of a quick video today on what games I've been replaying. I've prepared a few, but not too many. I'm going to start with my most recent one. So this one for me is more the middle of, because it's a collection. So Sly 2, Band of Thieves, I played it a hell of a lot when I was younger. Like, I think it took me a long time to complete it when I was young, but like now it's really easy to control, really. I've been replaying through the story mode, and I've actually achieved the platinum just for this game within the collection. The other two I don't really have any fond memories of, but I think I might actually replay them like over this next month, since things are still a little bit uncertain. But I brought this ages ago. It's actually kind of fairly hard to find now, but I love this little collection of Sly games. He looks a bit different in each one. I think he probably looks the most mature in the second one, in my opinion, because the art style changes ever so slightly across the board, but it is easily one of my favourite old PlayStation 2 games. I know this is on PS3, but the original was the PS2. It's downstairs somewhere. But I'm just going to blast through these anyway. We'll switch to something a little different. See, I really prefer handheld games, if I'm honest, and this game for me is one that I just had to rebuy. I had it ages ago. I borrowed it out to a friend and unfortunately never got it back, but I don't hold a grudge against it. You know, we're great friends still. Things just disappear sometimes. Not really that bothered. But yeah, this game, I mean, I've got the first one that they did for DS, like the original DS as well, but this one for me was the best one of the two. It's really vibrant, really fun, and the levels were a bit simple in some places, but it definitely got more challenging along the way. But I think I'm currently on like World 4, because I'm just sort of slowly getting through it. I'm not I'm not really like pushing myself to get through it as fast as possible, because then I tend to die more. So, but this is easily like in the top favourites. Possibly slightly more than Sly, just slightly. I'll keep on the DS games, like 3DS games anyway. So Animal Crossing is a big thing again still, with a new update that came out literally last night, I believe, with all the Sanrio, the Hello Kitty stuff. This is my original copy of New Leaf, before it became, what is it now? I forgot what it's called. They changed the name, there was a big update, but yeah. This is what I prefer to go back to, rather than New Horizons, if I'm really honest. I like New Horizons, but this one for me is like the real Animal Crossing experience, because my first Animal Crossing game was for the original DS, so Wild World. This is like an upgrade to that, and it's like, to me it's perfect. My town's looking quite cool as well, so I'm kind of happy with this game opposed to New Horizons. I do like New Horizons, don't get me wrong, but I just think this is a little bit like, I feel like I've lost my train of thought. I just liked everything about this game. I don't have a problem with any of it. I never managed to get that weird thing. But to be fair, my tree is massive though, and I never got that either. I want that now. But I unlocked all the shops and stuff. I've got TNT's Emporium and things like that. Gracie on the top floor. Yeah, I'm debating going back to it, just so I can like grind on the island again. Sell bugs, and then buy all the furniture that Gracie offers at Nook's Emporium, well, TNT Emporium. But that is definitely above this. And I think the next ones I'm going to bring out are probably subpar to these two, at least, because these are just easy favourites of mine. So these are like top tier. These can go here because they're special. Again, I'm going to keep with the DS theme. This is a game that I possibly spent just a little bit too much on last year because I got in a bit of a Sims hype. I think I got involved in a few Sims community groups online, so like Facebook groups and stuff. And this game, I had not seen it for ages. It became a little bit rare almost. Even though it's really not anymore. Like it's suddenly like loads of copies are appearing again. But I was struggling to find it when I wanted it, and I think it just must have like gained a bit of popularity in the process. Other people were trying to find it, sorry. And I ended up paying like, I think it was 25 quid for this. But I remember like sort of disclosing to a group that I was in, saying, yeah, I think it's worth it, yeah. The nostalgia that's attached to this for me, because it's kind of like, it's very similar to Animal Crossing really, because it's a real-time based game, so the days go by as you would if you don't want to time travel and whatever. But for me, this game is a lot of my like teen years. I really distinctly remember like doing all this stuff, like making my own little tunes and stuff, saving it. Like it was never amazing, but like at the time it was pretty good. I've not really gone back to do that. At the minute I just sort of grind it, so I'll just be trying to make a few extra 1,000 simoleons per day sort of thing. But this game, and this has got the instructions as well, so I was quite happy that I paid too much money for it to get all the paperworks and whatever. And the cartridge is in good nick as well, so I was a bit worried when I first got it. I remember when I first tried it and it was sort of chugging, trying to play it a bit. Did the classic blowing in it a few times and that seemed to do the job. It's hard to place this one, but I think it's not quite... I think we're going to have to do this. Yeah, that makes sense to me. But these ones that are coming up next, they're not that sort of tier for me. Like that is like my little god tier at the minute, what I've been replaying and enjoying. Something that surprised me lately. I purchased this last year at some point, I can't remember when. Minecraft has never really been a thing to me. I always really avoided it like the plague, like COVID this year, like, you know, just avoid it. But no, I've really got into it lately, and this is where it started for me. I found this for, I think it was no more than a tenner, and it actually has, or I've used this now anyway, so it doesn't matter if you see it or not. I don't know if it'll still work, because, I mean, this was in a used game, so if it works then there's a free copy of Minecraft for you for PS3. Yeah, so I got two versions of the game out of this one little box. I think I prefer to play it on PS3, but because this is where it started for me, and because my PS3 version is digital, this is how I have to show you. I've not done a lot with it. I think I prefer to be... I don't play in creative, but I prefer to be creative within the survival mode, and then when I die I get really frustrated. But I've been doing well lately. I've been getting to like, I think about level sort of 27 on the sort of XP sort of thing, and then I'll have a few houses dotted around. On my PS3 one I think I've got like a bit of a farm village sort of thing going on, which is like one of my main places. That was partly pre-built, but then I've sort of added bits to it, and then I've got like a house in a cliff, which I think both of them is quite a cool little concept within such an open-ended game really. I think that's what I like about it. But yeah, it doesn't quite go sitting at the back for me yet. I brought my little Vita as well, look, just to show you. Don't know why it's staying there. So something a bit different. Again, this is something that I brought last year. it isn't something I'd played before until then either, so to me then it was like new. I didn't really know much about it apart from watching a few YouTubers play it, like Call Me Kevin. But it's essentially a rip-off of like Crazy Taxi but with Simpsons characters, which kind of makes it fun, but there's a lot of stuff in it that's like it's a bit grindy to unlock everything, but I guess that's kind of like a classic game sort of thing, isn't it? You know, having to work hard to get the most out of the game. But from what I've played, I've quite enjoyed this. Some of the worlds are a bit weird, like they don't really make too much sense, but you can tell they've designed them in a way so it's very similar to Crazy Taxi, where you've got the crazy sort of lifts and snaky roads that are just long and you're going stupidly fast and things like that. But yeah, it's just an enjoyable game that I like to just... It's a quick one for me. It's one that's just... It's a fast game that if I just want to play a quick game, that's what I'll choose at the minute. Complete with instructions. Yeah, GameCube games as well, I have a bit of a soft spot for them. I think the GameCube is probably one of my favourite consoles, and then portable console will probably be 3DS. But I think the GameCube sort of is just a bit above for me. Now, the last one in this pile for today is something I haven't played for a while, but I thought I'd mention it because I really got into it at one point. Again, from watching other YouTubers playing it on streams and stuff. I'd owned it before for a while, but I just never really properly played it. I think I played like the first few levels, sort of couldn't really get used to the controls to start off with. Then I sort of, I don't know, I just got back into it and gave it a bit more of a chance. And yeah, where did I get to? I think I'm on the 4th year now, if I remember right. The last time I played it, I think that's about where I got. So yeah, there's not much left to do. I think I got to like the Hungarian horntail bit, like when Harry's discovering that it exists in the forest. But this is it's actually a cool game. There's a lot of collectibles. That kind of stresses me out a bit because it is like you have to just really, really grind for that. It's not the same as like Animal Crossing grinding. It is like replay the levels like a hell of a lot to get all them studs to buy all the characters and all that, and then all the other bits like the the bricks that are about. Like, I know I'm gonna miss them. I know I've missed a lot of them. I'm gonna have to replay a lot of these levels. Unfortunately, my version is the Essentials version, which I know probably might devalue it in the future. But yeah, I love this game. What's this little advert on the back? The magic continues, October 2010. What was that for? Some kind of Lego advertisement. I don't think it was for a film. It might have been for the film. Unless it's for the other set of games that they were bringing out at the time. I didn't really read too much into that then. But yeah, that's all I have to show you. I might start replaying this one again at some point. Let me know what you think to my little collection of what I've been playing lately. I've got a ton more. Like, I could show you like right behind me. In fact, I might cut to that in a second. I've still got a lot to go through with this series actually. But I sort of struggle for ideas sometimes. I think I might do a top 10 at some point, just to sort of keep the idea rolling, keep the channel busy, and yeah, if you like this video then be sure to subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, see ya!